Welcome to Whiskey One, the channel for the novice, the curious, and the connoisseur. I'm Whiskey One, and today we are celebrating our 100th episode. And for that, we're going to get into the Law's Intention Bourbon bottle. So stick around. All right, whiskey fam, sit down and grab a dram and listen to the soothing sounds of your boy Whiskey One. So we are going to get into something special. I wanted to make sure that our 100th episode was a hallmark moment that was featuring something that I really appreciate, something that was notable, and something that I personally support, and all of you that watch the channel have watched me over the years. Definitely shout these guys out. None other than the Law's Whiskey House. Now this is the 2022 release of the Origins. This happens to be their second release, and it's called Intention. And it certainly has its intention because this is a phenomenal bottle. I'm just gonna have some full disclosure here and be transparent. This bottle is mine, but they did give me a bottle to share with some of you guys that are part of the Whiskey Society and some of my friends and family. So if you are a supporter of the channel, that also includes you. So definitely hit me up, contact me, and let me know that you would like a taste of the Intention. While supplies last, of course. Now before we get into this, let's also do a quick shout out to all of you guys that have regularly supported us over the years. I want to make sure that you understand how much I deeply appreciate all of you. Without your support over the years, I probably would have quit long ago. I know that this started out as sort of an experiment for me because I enjoy whiskey. And I started with Scotch, a love for Scotch and appreciation for Scotch. But then it sort of grew into all things whiskey, and my kids and my wife encouraged me to start the channel and share the knowledge that I have with all of you guys. So if you're ever wondering, is a bottle worth it? Is that whiskey really something I would be into? That's what I'm here for. Now, without further ado, let's get into this darn thing. Now, if you are a fan of bourbon, just know that this is a little extra. A 4-grain bourbon. And remember the numbers 60, 20, 10, 10. 60% corn, 20% wheat, and 10% rye, and 10% malted barley. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Law's, they have traditionally released 4-grain bourbons since they started. And all about, craft over commodity. And one of the things that I've truly appreciated over the years is just their support for the channel itself. We've visited the Whiskey House in person several times. We've gone to the distillery or actually to their barrel house and got to meet some of the people that work there. And we've really become a family. No joke. And I regularly travel from Albuquerque to Denver to visit them and see what's up, see what they're up to. Now let's get into this. Right away, the thing that stands out about this, because I could smell it as soon as I poured it, was loads of vanilla, loads of caramel. And honestly, it feels like I'm at the state fair because it's like a caramel covered apple. And oh boy, it's got a good amount of baking spices. Now, I'm curious, have any of you guys watching tasted Law's before? Have you had a chance to find it out there? I would like to get your thoughts. What do you think of Law's whiskey? So one of the things that is very cool about their approach is they started with the 4-grain, but then they let all of us experience how each grain provided its own individual character, its own uniqueness to the game. And I could tell you that if you haven't experienced like the separate grains in a bottle, I highly encourage you to do that. They even have like a sample pack. So if you really want to get into that, you could do that too. But let's get back into this nose. Warming notes of like leather, seasoned oak, and some really cool notes on top of that. So if you've ever had cinnamon dusted toast, you get some of that. And then like raisin bread, definitely get some of that. Get certainly some of that like rye that comes out, and just imagine that there's only a little bit in that mash bill. 10% out of that mash bill is rye, but it's something that stands out and gives like a little bit of a minty flavor. So let's dive into that taste. Cheers, all of you. Whoa, okay. Bottled at 59% ABV. For all you mathematicians, that'd be 118 proof. Now, there's not an age statement on this. Oh, man, I had to go back to it. So, what you need to know. This is a blended bourbon of 3-year, 5 to 6 year, and 10+ year bourbons. And the intention behind it was to show the progression by marrying different barrels, whether they be young, sort of mid-range, and then some of your older stuff. Now, the reason I appreciate this particular bottle is this is now the second round of the Origins. The original Origins feature some of their oldest stock. But what I particularly like about it is that it feels deep, layered, rich, and warming. Bottled at 59% is usually no joke, but it can also be kind of punchy if not done right. And I think with this release, this is just a nice balanced approach. It's just, dare I say, smooth. You sort of get a little bit of this cherry cola note too, especially on the flavor. Anise really starts to come up, and it's a little vibrant. Again, sort of warming, nice barrel proof or barrel strength type vibe to it. Now on that return sip, you start to feel that finish. Nice Colorado hug. Warming, inviting. And a nice little tail of cayenne pepper that just sort of warms and dances on the tongue. Leaves a little bit of that little spice to it. As far as price point, you can find this bottle for about $130, $135. And I understand why it's got a premium price, because this, my friends, is a premium bottle. And I really, really enjoy it. Now, I personally have seen the progression from Laws. And for those of you that have watched me since day one, hopefully you've seen the same level of progression, right? We all grow. Sometimes we grow into something. Sometimes we get better. And, you know, along the way, we try different things. So for all of you guys watching, just know something. What's really cool is when you tell a story to a friend, and then they tell their friend, and then they tell their friends, and then those friends tell their friends. You see where I'm going with this? A friend tells a friend, and like a good story, eventually the whole world gets to find out how special that story is. And I hope you guys get to watch, and you feel that you're watching something special. You get to watch our growth over the next couple years as well, and that you guys get to experience Laws for yourself and see what I'm talking about. So I would be remiss if I didn't make sure to give a shout out to all my Laws Whiskey fam, starting of course with Al, Crystal, Sam, Mark, Casey, Barbara, Ethan, Simon. I probably forgot a few folks. I apologize. Also Al, the other Al. And, you know, I just want to make sure that you guys recognize you guys are my extended family. So definitely want to make sure you guys know when you watch our videos, we're thinking of you. So before I adjourn, I just really want to send all of you guys the love right back and let you know that I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Here at Whiskey One, it's about the one you enjoy. Cheers.
Shut up and sit down.